So my addiction started when I was 23. A friend of mine turned up at home. She turned up with a substance. We knew nothing of it. In New Zealand, it was referred to as P. So I had some P, and I can say I was addicted straight away. And then from there, it was pretty much constant. So it moved pretty quickly from having it that first time, 2 days later, to having it every single day. My two sons were 4 and 2 at the time, were taken out of my care. Criminal activity, things that I wouldn't normally do, were presenting themselves in my life. And then I lost my home. It would have been roughly around about the 4-year mark. I decided that I needed to try and get my life together. I needed to get my boys back. And I'd done that. And I got my boys back. And no sooner had I got them back, and I just fell straight back into that addiction, the cycle of addiction again. Got to the point where I believed in my psychosis that my husband was sleeping with the neighbour, and I could hear him sleeping with the neighbour. And I literally went over to the neighbour's house and I kicked their whole door in. And that was the state I was in. And every time, for a good 4 years, every time that I was on ice, I would hear the same thing. And it didn't matter where I was. I could be in a shop, I could be in the supermarket, and I could hear it. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but it really wasn't funny at the time, because there were so many people in my path that I tormented, that I attacked and things like that, because I believed that's what was really happening. And our children were exposed to so many things that they should never have been exposed to. So I knew when I came to that decision, was it take my own life, or was it try and fix this absolute carnage mess that I had just created over the last 18 years. My second son came to me and he said, "Mum, I'm going to be a father and you're going to be a grandmother." And this was the day before I had already premeditated out how I was going to, take my own life. I then joined a program called Sisterhood Empowerment, 15-week program. I turned up to the program, and all of a sudden there were other women there that shared similar journeys, and for once in my life I actually felt heard, understood, and I felt really connected.